Hey, happy Friday, everyone. It's March 27th, 2026. I'm Rich Tola, and here's what's cooking for today. Weak ties that are often the best ties. That's what we're talking about today. I read this article, really cool article about non-personal relationships and how these casual connections can strengthen the community. I mean, I'm all about that. My father being a barber his whole life, they were all casual connections, but let me tell you, hundreds of people showed up for his celebration of life. So he changed the lives of so many. We're going to be talking about that. And also a couple of fun facts, a couple of shout outs today. Looking forward to it. All right, here we go. Let's jump right into the ABCs. All body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. How did you do yesterday? Check in with yourself. Me, 3 checks. Check, check, check. Good workout today. The pain has subsided. You know, I've been in a lot of pain lately. Ate well, banana, eggs, kale, kind of the usual there, and slept well. So, hey, all good stuff, but you got to be checking in on yourself every day. Get on the scale. Also, I want to, hey, what are you guys doing this weekend? I know there's a lot of basketball, but I'm going to be watching the Major League Volleyball All-Star Game. Is tomorrow at noon Eastern or in Orlando. Hey, I want to give a good luck shout out to all the players. My favorite player, Elena Scott. She's over from the Indy Ignite. She's a libero. I guess I would be a libero if I were playing today. So Elena, I think it's Elena Scott. But yeah, everybody on that's going to have an awesome time. So enjoy the show and have a great game. All right, let's jump into this because you guys remember the show Cheers. You know, Cheers ran for 11 seasons, 270 episodes from 1982 to 1993. I remember the last episode, millions of people watched. It was called One for the Road. Man, what a great series. But what was it all about? Everybody knows your name, right? It's a place where you go where everybody knows you, but how well do they know you? Hey, I was a bartender. I was in the restaurant business for 5 years, and I loved it when people would come in and you didn't really know them, but there was no baggage with that relationship, right? It was just, hey, how you doing? It's very positive, very upbeat. You're there for a short time, especially when people come back. And what about your hairdresser, your barber? But yeah, I read this article. It says relationships that are not deeply personal, but they're powerful and they positively reinforce a sense of belonging. Hey, in the show Cheers, everybody belonged there, right? It didn't really matter. Well, again, my father, he had this old school barber shop, old timer from Sicily, back in Trenton, New Jersey. Give a shout out to everyone who was a client or customer of my father. Everybody loved my father, Richie the barber. He was a staple. You knew he was going to be there and you knew it was an adventure. It was like going to the circus and he was the ringleader. Hey, he was your barber, he was your psychologist, he was your father, he was your brother, he was your son. Most of all, he was your no bullshit friend who would tell you like it is. That's who he was. Yeah, and he was also, give a shout out to Jimmy Calderone, one of his best friends. He said to me, you know, Rich, before there was Google, there was Richie the barber. And he was awesome. He was always there, but he made you feel at home in that barber shop. That's what people need in their lives. I mean, I have a new hairdresser. I love her. I've seen her twice. I'm like, I can't wait to go. Maybe it's getting your nails done. Maybe it's the massage. Maybe it's the coffee shop. Hey, I used to go to this supermarket. I used to go and look forward to seeing the woman at the checkout. I would go in her line, regardless of how long the line was, because why? You know, it gave you a powerful feeling in your body, right? It was like you were happy and there was no baggage. Again, I like that word. There's nothing you're holding on to, no negative energy, no history, right? But these are valuable. And it talks about here, valuable, and they're often very essential in your life. You got to have these. All right. Research shows that people with more social ties have greater life satisfaction and less loneliness than those with the fewer. So you got to have more connections. Again, these are not emotionally deep. So they're just like these surface relationships. Again, these weak ties Really, really create the sense of belonging. So how do you strengthen that? How do you build these weak ties? Through consistency. Everything's about consistency. How do you build a better body? Consistency. How do you build a better internal body? Consistency of meditation, of clearing out that energy. It's all about consistency on a daily basis, right? You want to eat well on a daily basis. So again, find a place that's new. I'm in a new city, so I already found a few places. Again, the hairdresser. I got this little coffee shop where I know the woman there now. So I love it. So weak ties are often the best ties. All right, guys, go find yourself some weak ties. Just a couple of fun facts today. I like this one. Kudos to the International Olympic Committee. I don't know if you saw this today, but they're changing course. Yeah, they're making a left-hand turn. They're reversing what happened in 2004, 22 years ago, the decision that allowed transgender participation. No can do. No longer, all right, they're barring transgender women from competing in women's Olympic events starting in 2028 LA Summer Olympics. Hey, I agree with that. You should not be competing, without a doubt. Women athletes must undergo a one-time genetic test. It's the same one they already use in track and field, skiing, and boxing. So, hey, I like that. Kudos to the International Olympic Committee. All right, how about this? This is a non-kudos to the country of Poland. Never been to Poland. I'm on my bucket list. Krakow is a city I just read, a very nice city to visit. So I want to go visit Krakow. But I read this today. It's just a fun fact. Winnie the Pooh. Everybody, from my generation knows Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was banned. Talk about banning athletes. Winnie the Pooh was banned from a Polish playground because, and I quote, of his dubious sexuality and inappropriate outfit. Come on, it's Winnie the Pooh. Talk about, hey, world was different. I don't know when that was, but hey, everyone accepts everyone nowadays, right? So, all right, here's a congrats shout out. I want to give a congratulations. Bill Maher, he's a comedian, talk show host, legendary. Everybody knows him. He won the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. No doubt he deserves it. He's being honored at the Kennedy Center on June 28th. That's the final event before the Washington, D.C. venue closes for a 2-year renovation. Well, guess what, Bill? You're going to be bringing down the house, literally. I know that's a good joke, but bring it down, Bill. Bring it down. Yeah, I used to watch him. I haven't caught his show recently, but I like his energy. All right, here's a happy birthday shout out. This man, he was born 2 days before I was. So Sunday, guys, give myself a little birthday shout out. Turned 63. Was born in 1963. Hey, I think maybe it's going to be a magical year. Let's see. But who else was born 2 years before me? Another legend, a legendary filmmaker with over 30 projects to his name. Anybody? Quentin Tarantino. I mean, he turned 63 today. Hey, happy birthday to Quentin Tarantino. But let me tell you, what is your favorite movie from Quentin Tarantino? I'll give you my favorite movie. You might remember Reservoir Dogs is the one where you might kind of catch him from the beginning of his career. But my favorite movie of all time from him, and again, you want to go watch a great movie, go watch this movie, True Romance. He won the award. It was the London Critics Circle Film Award for a newcomer of the year. No kidding. He had a budget of $13 million, and it's made over $13 million, but I don't know how much is made in the aftermarket. But let me tell you, it's 1993. That movie, these are 10, let me give you 10 names of stars that went on to have tremendous careers. Christian Slater was the lead, Patricia Arquette, Samuel L. Jackson, Dennis Hopper, Brad Pitt, Val Kilmer, Christopher Walken, Gary Oldman, James Gandolfini was in there, and Tom Sizemore. I mean, how did he assemble that crew back in 93, September 10th? So, hey, congrats on that and your illustrious career, Quentin Tarantino. Happy birthday to you. And Happy birthday to me coming this Sunday. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to do today. Have some fun with it. We're going to have a nice weekend here. Let's do the 3 Tola takeaways, which are crucial. Again, you got to respect the ABCs. You got to be doing that. That's what it's about. That's your foundation. The workout, the sleep, the diet, crucial. Number 2, pick up the phone. Call someone, go physically visit someone, shine your light, bring some energy, even if it's a weak tie. Weak ties are good, or it's a deep tie, whatever. Make a tie, make a new connection. And finally, always be willing to accept another person's opinion. Hey, we're all different. Everybody's like a snowflake, right? We're different. So everybody's got a little something, a little quirk with their opinion, because their opinion is based on their personal experiences. So respect it. You may not always agree with it, but got to respect. It's the name of the game. All right, guys, have an awesome weekend. As always, get your workout in. Peace.